All right, our time right now is 6:22. This morning we are sitting down with investment advisor Phil Kaswitz. Good to see you.
Good to see you. How are you this morning?
Pretty good.
Great.
Let's talk about the markets this week with the Fed having their meeting. After the August volatility, we're seeing the markets somewhat volatile again as well. So why is that? Does that have to do with the Fed meeting this week or no?
Absolutely, yeah. Right after Labor Day, everybody came back to work and started to take a look at the fact that September is a very key period of time for the Fed to see what they're going to do with interest rates. We go through this every month, but September is a very key month because obviously it's right before the election period time. And we thought we'd see more rate hikes by now this year, and we haven't. So this is a very important meeting coming up, and there's a lot of volatility and guesswork on Wall Street as we approach it.
So do you have a hunch as to whether or not the Fed will raise interest rates?
I have a hunch. My hunch is that they will not.
Okay.
I think that there's going to be a tough one because more and more of the board has started to come out and say they would like to, but I think at the end of the day, we get to Wednesday, I bet they don't.
Okay, so let's play the other side of the token, okay?
All right.
If they do, how it'll affect the markets?
Well, the market won't like it. About a week and a half ago, the market thought that they were going to start raising the rate in September, and we had a 400-point down day on Friday. So we might see that if they do surprise everybody, which they could do, it's a possibility that we would see kind of a temper tantrum on Wall Street late in the week.
Talk about how this would affect the buyer, I guess. What kind of loans would this affect if interest rates go up?
Well, it would affect all loans across the board, everything that you could possibly borrow against. But again, this would be a very small, minute rate, so it really won't have a huge impact on the consumer. And that's the reason why there's a concern, don't raise rates, because things are not that strong yet. So maybe it's not right time to do it. So it won't have a huge impact if they do.
Other than the Fed meeting, which has taken up most of this conversation, what else will the markets be looking at
Well,
this week?
we have another Fed meeting, and it's called Japan, and they're going to meeting on Tuesday, and they'll be done by early Wednesday morning. That's another big area, big central bank, and we do a lot of business with Japan. So there's going to be a lot of focus on central banks' interest rates this week all across the globe. That's really what the Fed, and that's what everybody's going to be looking at this week.
We appreciate you joining us.
You bet.
Right here on Good Morning Quad Cities, of course. Make sure to catch Phil at this time every Monday morning right here on Good Morning Quad Cities.
Now, your local traffic report, only on News 8's Good Morning Quad Cities.
6:24 right now, time for Total Travel, and we are looking live at I-74 in Bettendorf. You can see here traffic in every direction. Over the overpass, under the overpass, it's all looking good this morning. We have not seen any travel problems. Beautiful weather as well, which should not impact our travel in the air. I just checked the websites for the 3 regional airports, and there are no delays or cancellations to report right now. So yeah, what a great way to start off your work week.
Yeah, and if you're jet setting or getting in the car, no problems here this morning. Take a look at some destinations. 83 degrees in Chicago today. Could be some storms from Minneapolis down into our part of the world later on this afternoon, this evening. We're not expecting anything before then, before probably dinner time. 101 Vegas, 103 in Phoenix, and your morning and afternoon commute will give you a green light. I do expect thunderstorms probably about 6, 7 o'clock for tonight. High temperatures around 85. So I was out in Princeton, Illinois over the weekend trying to search for some fall weather. Well, you know, everything is fall, everything is pumpkin spice, but pizza? Good thing it said LOLJK on their sign. And thanks for the laugh for you guys out there. We'll let you know about some storm potential and when we can expect some fall weather coming up.